template list is, I'm sorry, the transaction list is your template list tab. If you hit that tab, it now brings up what's called your template manager. Okay? What people use templates as is maybe a purchasing template or a listing template. Basically, a template will hold every contract that you use on a daily basis in that purchase. Okay, because there are certain forms that you use over and over again when a purchase comes your way, or a listing comes your way, or a short sale comes your way. So what the realtor is known to do is they create a template. So what they do is they hit new template, just like you would on a transaction. And just like a transaction, it's going to give you a template header, because it's still going to have to save the information that you're going to create. Okay, so we'll make this a short sale. Okay. I'll hit OK. And just like the transaction, on the left-hand side, it's going to show you what I now named my template. Okay. At this moment, again, just like a transaction, you're going to want to make sure you select the forms that you want to use. And these are obviously going to be the forms that you know that you're going to use in this short sale template over and over and over again. Okay? So after you've chosen your forms, remember you go to File and you want to hit Save. Okay, so now my template's saved. So now here's the part of the template that you'll understand why they're even useful. Okay. Say you had a referral come your way. Okay. So-and-so worked with you in the past, now they've given your name out. You have a prospect that calls you, hey, can you come meet me at this property address? I want to look at this property, but I'm not for sure if I'm going to purchase it. Instead of making a transaction and creating a name, pulling your forms, and making a transaction that you may not use, you can go to your template list and just click on this short sale template. You go to the left of it and you hit Open. And now the forms have pulled up, skipping 3 or 4 steps that you would have made in a transaction. Okay, so you can just pull this up, print them out and go, or pull this up and email out to your client and say, hey, meet me at this property address, I'll meet you there in 30 minutes. Instead of wandering through the library seeing what forms you need to pull up. Okay, so say this prospect has now turned into somebody who's going to be an active transaction. You can make this template into an active transaction without losing any forms and keeping your template. And the way you do that is you're going to go to your template list. And now this short sale template is still in your template manager. And on the left-hand side, there's going to be a drop-down menu. You're going to go down to Copy. Because what you're going to do is you want to copy this template. The transaction name is the short sale template. Okay. Say your client is John S. Smith. You want to make sure you move it from an agent template into an active transaction. So there's a drop-down menu that makes you select the active transaction. You're going to go back up to the left-hand side of the page and you're going to hit Copy again. Once you hit Copy again, as you see, it's still in your template manager. So next time you have this opportunity, you can still go to your template manager and get that short sale going. But once you go to your transaction list, John S. Smith is now an active transaction. So you can continue to work with him. Okay? So it skips about 3 or 4 steps that you don't have to worry about if you don't know that Mr. Smith is going to be an active transaction for sure. So therefore you don't have to worry about building up all the information in your transaction manager. Okay? Because the bad thing is once this starts getting full, you have to go through each one and delete them. So if you want to start shortening your time in your day and go by each one and start deleting them one by one. Okay, that's for the desktop. In the online, the transactions in your transaction manager are only kept for 14 months. So online works with you a little bit. Now, that's 14 months if you have not touched the transaction. Okay, so say today you build a transaction up and you revise it in 6 months, then 14 months starts all over from that 6-month period. So it's an active transaction that keeps it in your transaction manager. If you haven't touched it in 14 months, it deletes it from the program.